I'd collect around the 80s, 90s, but like 90,000 a month. With you, the total was 134,000.
I barely was making about $6,000 to $7,000 a month. My income was over 27,000 for that first month.
It was very interesting. A few weeks ago, I think I had reached out to you because I just thought, looking back at this from where I am today, I have more than doubled, my income. So, which is crazy. I'm no longer, and that was not even a year ago.
And I think I was making about $3,000 a month in my business. In the last 3 months, I've collected £90,000 or nearly £100,000 in new sales within my company, within my life coaching business.
All of last year, we did maybe 300,000 in sales. In the last 2 months, I've already passed that.
It feels like I finally have a purpose again. I'm making 3 times my salary.
Yeah.
But if I go on a really steady pace, then I have the potential to make 4 times my salary.
What's up, Dom? It's your boy, Willie. I've been doing your sleep hypnosis lately. I've really been digging it, but I was starting to wonder if it was working or not. And just now, I'm at the office. I put on my gym clothes. I'm about to hit the gym. Put on my gym shorts. And there's a stack of money in the pockets. I don't know where it came from. It's completely passive. And since it's mine, I can spend it, invest it, do whatever I want with it, really. So, just wanted to say thank you, amigo. Appreciate you for your sleep hypnosis. Thanks for the cash.
And so what did you tell me earlier when we got on the call?
Oh, I mean, then I just sold like $100,000 deal today.
Boom, one day.
And I was like, I wasn't even barely working. I mean,
just happened, right? Then you had the
yeah,
crypto stuff happen, and then that other deal or whatever.
And
right?
I've been able to enter these conversations and make these deals just with ease. People are coming to me saying, "Here, take my money."
On 16,000, like 4 or 5.
So you just did 4 times
like
the
5
profit
yeah.
in 1 week. What took you a whole month to do?
That's correct. Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's surreal, man. It feels, it's hard to believe.
Yeah. I said, I'm so excited. Like, that's what I think. I'm like, this is like such a short time. And the way I feel already, that's why I was telling Steve, I was like, joining Dom was the best thing I could have ever done. Like,
wow.
So many coaches, but like, I get like emotional, like, holy shit, like how much my life has changed and so little time is like, I'm like goosebumps right now. It's like mind blowing. I'm so grateful for you, for your team. You guys are super like there, loving, and just, oh my God.
My team's the best.
I was feeling like stuck. Like I said, I felt stuck in my business, in my relationship. I was like, I was holding so much anger that I didn't even know. And it was just affecting my relationship so much. So I don't know. I feel like just right there is it's worth it just to be peaceful, share with others. And it's like everybody like that I talk to, I'm like, you guys have to like join Dom. I checked my numbers yesterday, like the money collected, and it was the best ever. It was 3 times, and first of all, I would always collect a certain amount. And then when I first started with you guys, it went up, like doubled. Mm-hmm. And then I checked yesterday, the month's not even over, and it was already 3 times the amount. I just felt like getting rid of some of the blocks, like getting rid of like money beliefs, I guess. Mm-hmm. It just made me feel like more excited to do new things, set goals, and actually do the stuff.
How much extra money have you made compared to like before? You said 27,000 in your side business and another 40-something thousand in the other one?
No, that from the time I started with you, yes. My largest income has come under, I'm guessing by no mistake, under following you, and since I signed up, I've had my
isn't that crazy?
Dude, it's nuts. It's nuts.
It's so crazy, right? It just comes out of nowhere.
I'm telling you that again. It's a little weird, the feelings that I have in that last session. I think I cried. I'm not sure it or not. But it's okay. I mean, dude, I feel so good.
Yeah. And then today you were talking about having the goosebumps.
No, they're still present.
Yeah.
So I had, in a matter of about 6, maybe 8 weeks, I had a total of 4 listings come at me out of absolutely nowhere, which amounted to about $50,000 worth of real estate commission.
What was the shift? So you said you were listening to the recording, our recording. So tell me a little bit about that. What happened there?
Listening to this hypnosis over and over and over, then these listings just started coming in and I didn't do anything. My listings went with ease because of the programming or the hypnosis recording, because of the words that you had used in it. Like, it's just like it does. It's just coming in at ease. It's totally easy. Like, I wasn't stressed out. I wasn't worried about it. I'm not trying to do all these new like things that realtors are doing to go with the new market downturn. I just kept doing what I knew to do.
When I got called for the offer, at first I was like, I'm not going to take the first offer. I had gotten a call back from HR, and the lady from HR said, hey, by the way, I forgot to mention that because you're signing on full time, you're getting a $15,000 sign-on bonus.
They're like, oh, hold on, I forgot to mention, but here's an extra 15 grand.
Yes.
And isn't it funny? That's the meditation, right? The sleep hypnosis is like passive money, and it's like, bam, here you go, 15 G's.
I actually got that call while I had the sleep hypnosis money meditation playing.
Oh my God. If I had $1 for every time somebody told me that. Isn't it
usually
funny?
I have my phone on. Yeah, I usually have my phone on silent while I'm listening to it, and I forgot to turn it on. So the call was, interrupted my sleep hypnosis, and that's,
It's so funny.
When I got the call.
It was like business started just kind of coming to us. Yeah, I mean, it went from 2,500 in August. September was, I think, 10,000. And then since September, October, November, and December, which I thought December was going to be terrible, but we still made $15,000 last month. Our following went from 700 people when we started our business to now 33,000. So the deal that we got was an influencer deal with a company that has product, which we use for our walls. That's in a big box retailer. Our images of our walls will be on their product and in advertising campaigns for that retailer.
And then shortly after she closed, I think we made like $30,000 from that. And then another like almost $20,000 from, I think, one other client in the same month. I mean, one client was huge. But we ended up making like 47,000, that month. And it was like it was a big green flag of letting me know, like, my energy shifted, and that's why my business changed. Yeah. That's why I was able to attract that into my life and accept it, because most of the time I'm so angry, or was so angry, that I was thinking like, well, there's nothing. If an angry person like me, I'm undeserving of good things. I'm undeserving of a lot of money, and so I was pushing it away subconsciously. So that's, it happened that way, and I was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, if I'm not angry, I can have more good things in my life.
Yeah. So when I first started, right, like I said, I was focusing on school. I had one house, I was focusing on school, and I had a part-time job, right? So I was making no more than like $14 an hour part-time because I was focusing on college. So it was really just bare to nothing minimum, just surviving, college student.
Right.
And I noticed ever since I started like the little side hustles to help me fund my second real estate business, or my second house, the first year I pulled in, I believe, $87,000, right? 87 grand
off the e-commerce,
off of the e-commerce and just side hustles. I was able to pull up 87,000, right? And an average physical therapist starting makes 65 to 70,000.
Oh, wow.
So I was really like, it's like, man, like I just focused, you know what I mean? And I made more than what I did for what I would do for going to school for years. So I invested in real estate, something that is consistent throughout decades and decades. So I threw my money into that, and I bought this here. So now 2 houses deep from rental income, right? I make over $5,000-6,000 a month from those 2 rental incomes.
AG, how much money were you making November, December last year?
Like $2 grand a month.
What was the biggest month you guys had in sales this year?
70 grand.
70 grand. From 2 grand to 70 grand. Guys, if you're out there still questioning whether or not this works, does it work?
Absolutely, it works.
Now, was it just like a fluke? You only had one big month, or like how much? What did you guys do in sales over the whole year?
Like 350,000.
$350,000. And what do you sell?
Flip flops. The most
Sell
expensive
flip flops. People are out here fucking can't even make $100,000 selling fucking $1 million homes, and here's a guy selling flip flops making $350,000. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, no. So I spoke to Dom, and this is actually before we even started our sessions, and he was like, "All right, I told him the troubles I'm having in terms of I want to get up early again, and I want to focus on money and getting it in." He said, "Hey, I have a sleep hypnosis audio track that you can listen to at night. You listen to about large sums of money." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it. Awesome. Listen to it for the next 3 weeks. It's had some great results for people." And I said, "Cool." That was a Friday evening. I heard it that Friday night. Everything's good. I actually heard it during the day as well, like, to hear what I'm going to be hearing. Saturday, everything's good. Sunday night, I wake up probably like an hour after I went to sleep, and I hear it, but then I hear like this gibberish type thing. And whatever, I ignore it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's because I'm deeper in the track. Again, Monday night, I go to sleep, I wake up, and I hear it, and I start getting all these thoughts in my head. I'm like, damn, is this like some demonic stuff? Like, I just started getting creeped out. I'm like, no, listen, let me stay the course. Happens the next night again, except the next night was Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. It was like 3-something in the morning, and I open my eyes and I'm listening, and I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm actually hearing this. It wasn't like a dream. As I'm driving every Wednesday, I go up to where my daughter lives. I'm driving, and I decide to jump in a Facebook group that we have, right, for the clients. And I get there and I see a video, and I landed on that video specifically of you saying that someone had this issue. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not crazy. All right. I know I'm not crazy. I'm not losing my mind, whatever. So that night, I'm sleeping over there, and it's a Wednesday night, and I went to bed early. I go to bed early now because I wake up at 4:27. That's what we worked on, right? So I'm in bed. It's like 9 o'clock, 17 minutes in. 17 minutes in, I'm like dozing off, and all of a sudden I hear just straight gibberish. Right? And I'm like, okay. I get up right there, and then my girl's in the playroom. She's cleaning up the playroom because Penelope fell asleep at that time, our daughter. And I'm like, Sharice, you have to hear this. And she's like, hear what? And I play the audio. I'm like, listen, what do you hear? And she's like, a man speaking. Like, why am I hearing this? And I'm just like, yes, a man speaking. But what is he saying? And she's like, play it back. I was like, all right, cool. So I reminded her when I play it back, and she looks me dead in the face. And out of her mouth, her lips even moved that way, was the gibberish. She looked me dead in my face, and she's like, but the way she said it, yeah, that was the creepy thing. Because the way she said it, like, I knew she wasn't fucking with me. She knew nothing about it. Right? She knew nothing of it. And right there, I got chills. I got all these goosebumps. And when she saw my face, she's like, I got pale. I'm tan skinned, man. I'm Hispanic. So she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, listen, this is what I'm hearing. And I like to repeat it to her. She's like, what are you listening to? What's wrong with you? There's no way. I said, whatever. So, I know she's a little creeped out, right? She's pregnant at the time. So I'm like, all right, let me leave her alone. And I go back to the bed and I lay down. I'm like, all right, focus. You know what he's saying in the audio. Just focus. Lay down. Happened again. I just couldn't do it. I just got up and I go to her and I'm like, look, here's a pad. Like, please just write down what you hear. She's like, all right, you're being creepy again, but whatever. So she's like writing it down, and she's writing actual words. And I'm like, you see, I'm not hearing this. Like, that is not what I'm hearing right now. I'm hearing this sound. And she's like, oh, it's something weird. Next day, I go to my niece. My niece is a nurse. So she's like into, science and medicine and all that stuff. And I tell her, like, Aubrey, listen to this audio. What do you hear? I kid you not. It's like a movie. The same thing. She looks me in the face, says the gibberish where her lips actually moving in gibberish. And I'm staring at her mouth. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is what I hear. And I had her write it down. She's like, oh my God, maybe you're having like a seizure and you just don't know it. I'm like, I'm not having a damn seizure. Like, I'm fine. There's no seizure going on here. I'm normal right now. And then we spoke about it, and we did obviously some training. We did deep diving into my subconscious mind, because you said I had a money block. And it was tough. You know, we did like 2 or 3 sessions before I finally, now I'm able to hear it clearly again.
My experience with Dom and Robin is just ridiculous. I started on the money magnetism course, and then I started working one-on-one with Robin, and Dom helped me out with some bits as well. And I think I was making about $3,000 a month in my business. In the last 3 months, I've collected £90,000 or nearly £100,000 in new sales within my company, within my life coaching business. They pushed me to start my membership site, which is now pushing 50 members consistently every single month, and I plan on scaling that up to 1,000 members. They are the best support network you could possibly ever ask for. They're not one of these people that just take your money and that's it. They check in all the time. I had fears about investing in the process, and they literally backed up everything that they said before. I'm retiring my parents. I'm moving to Spain. I'm going to be able to live my dream life with my family for the rest of my life and be able to provide for them financially. They really, really made me understand that there is no limits to this world. And I thought that anyway. But the support that they give you, the results that they give you, you know, I'm just one of hundreds of testimonials, and they have definitely put the trust back in me being able to invest in coaches and invest in my future as well. So if you're watching this and you're skeptical about it, feel free to drop me a message and I will literally answer any questions you have before you even invest in them. But as I said, £90,000 in the last 3 months, whereas before I was pushing maybe £2,000 to £3,000. It's just out of this world. It just speaks volumes. So yeah, big love, and you too. I appreciate you so much.
Had this partnership worked out the way that it did, I would have lost probably a couple $1,000,000 like overnight.
Next year.
And what ended up happening there was I started seeing my business as another opportunity to grow in a different way. And then while I was growing, turns out that it can also be financially viable. So I started looking into other partnerships. I started looking into other businesses. And I think by next year, if I can put everything together the way that I'm supposed to, I'm going to be able to 10x the amount of income I'll make this year. Whatever is happening, it's kind of like, it's almost like it's happening for me in a way. And I'm not saying that I'm not proactive in my life and that this is some esoteric, mystical thing that's happening, but it did feel that way for me.
Hi, my name is Brittany and I am a real estate agent in North Texas. I decided to reach out to Dom because essentially I couldn't do enough on my own to help me get out of my own way to reach that next level of success in my career. I was pretty skeptical about hypnosis, but I can promise you that even after my first session, I started noticing a lot of positive changes, not only in my career, but in my personal life. So as we have progressed on through our sessions, my life has improved dramatically all the way around. In my business in particular, I have started having a level of success in such a small amount of time that I haven't had in my career. On a personal note, my relationships with my friends, my relationships with my family, and my relationship with my husband have all improved once I got out of my own way. It's been pretty crazy how even though I wanted to succeed more in my business, my personal life has also improved drastically. So I can promise you now that if you're skeptical about hypnosis and you want to just give it a try and you are a business owner and you want to reach that next step in your career, you've got to give Dom a call. Give him a shot, try hypnosis. You will not be sorry. I would hire Dom 1,000 times over again. Can't thank him enough for everything that he's helped me with in my career and in my personal life.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Cooper, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, in the same exact spot I sat for 6 hours with Dom the Hypnotist. The best 6 hours I've ever sat on this couch in my life, hands down, no questions asked about it. I am a Kangen water distributor. I'm also a financial advisor. And ever since this January 2022, I've had my 6 sessions with Dom. I can tell you life has been on the up and progress on top of progress. It's amazing. I was, without getting into extreme details, for about the past 20 years, I haven't spoke to my father. Just a lot of subconscious rage locked up away in a cage. And thanks to Dom, he helped me figure out why I was doing it. And he also gave me a safe place to vent about it. And he also helped me. He helped me beyond measures that I can't even explain. Long story short, ever since January 2022 also, I now speak to my father. We have a good relationship. The silence was brought upon, it was my decision not to talk to him for 20 plus years. And literally what the trigger was for me when Dom posted on his Instagram was, our brains are like a jet plane with a parachute on the back of it. And that parachute is that subconscious rage that was stuck in the back of my mind. But once I was able to clear that out, I literally made $5,000 in one day. Progress on top of progress, like I was saying. And, I'm hitting my goals. I'm committed to my goals. I'm sticking to the plan. And literally, our subconscious mind is the most powerful thing on our body. And if you don't take care of your subconscious in one way or the other, it's going to hold you back regardless if you seem to be the happiest person on earth. But also, as we know, rest in peace, Robin Williams, the happiest people on earth are the most hurt people on earth also. They hide it very, very well. My brother Dom, man, thank you very much. This video doesn't even do you justice, but, if you are considering working with Dom, stop considering it. Find a way to do it. Make it happen. My brother Dom, peace and love, brother. Everybody else, just do it.
Hi, my name is Marisa, and I'm a master energy healer, a spiritual teacher, and a somatic body talk coach. And I recently reached out to Dom to work with him, and we actually work in a similar field. The reason I reached out to him was I was having some blocks around creating success and feeling confident within my business and bringing in clients. And I knew there was something going on within my mind that was unconscious, that was deeply repressed, that was unseen, and I needed some extra support to look into, remove, reprogram, and work with on those particular things. And so after working with Dom, I can tell you that the success and confidence within my business has been raised. It has allowed me to have breakthroughs, to work with ideal clients, to work with and speak confidently with communities. And, these are things that I never would have done before prior to working with him. I highly recommend working with Dom one-on-one and to help you clear those limiting beliefs, those blocks that are unconscious or deeply repressed inside, and go along his one-on-one program. You won't regret it.
Hey guys, I'm George Pastor. I'm a real estate broker based out of New York City. I've been in the business for about 10 years, and even though I've had success, I found myself procrastinating on doing those tasks that might not be as glamorous, but they help drive lead generation and revenue and push the business forward. So I reached out to Dom, and without a doubt, he helped me break through those plateaus and what I like to call lighten the emotional load so that I dive headfirst doing those tasks that help me increase my performance. And just like picking up any sport or doing a diet or training for anything, it works if you do the work. I couldn't recommend Dom higher. 5 stars across the board. If you think that you need a boost in your performance or you're being held back by something subconsciously, sign up, get the work done, and move forward.
Hi, my name is Joey Tees. I've been working with Dom since the beginning of this year. Been curious about hypnosis and working with my subconscious since I was a senior in college back in 2005 and saw Dom's ads on Instagram and became really interested and talked to one of his team members and and then talked to Dom himself and got into some one-on-one coaching. And Dom has been fantastic. This year, he's given me so many tools to use to clear up a lot of the limiting self-beliefs in my subconscious and also just ways I've been self-sabotaging myself subconsciously throughout the years. And I can't highly recommend Dom enough. My sales career this year, we've exponentially grown since this time last year, and I attribute a lot of that to Dom and his coaching and tapping into my subconscious and getting rid of a lot of the limiting self-beliefs that I have. So if you're looking to take your personal life, your professional life, or just any part of your life to the next level, I'd highly recommend Dom's coaching and clearing your subconscious and priming you for success.
I would say just do it. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Right.
I honestly believe, I tell all of my friends after this experience, I tell them it was the best investment I made in myself.
Right.
It really is. It's the best investment that you can make in yourself. You're working through a subconscious level. You're really getting down to that nitty gritty. It feels so liberating too when you can break free from those chains. And yeah, definitely. Oh, wow. When we first met, I feel like I was definitely not in the best place that I needed to be, even though I had done some work through therapy and like meditation and things of that sort. I felt like I needed to do deeper work. I was actually in a relationship when we had been doing our sessions, and it was honestly the most toxic relationship I had ever been in, and I was not at my best self. And after our sessions, I feel like it was in a way like my brain was rewired. And after I was able to get out of that relationship, kind of break that chain, break that habit, I think that one of the main reasons why is because, like past, I don't know how to explain it, like things that we experience in our childhood or traumatic events kind of follow through as we get older. We kind of repeat those habits. So after we had done that work, it was like I was back to the old Belle, the real Belle, before any of that trauma, all those things that had happened in my life. And it was so liberating. And since then, I've just been in the best state of mind. I've been really following my purpose and being who I need to be as a woman. And I've just, I'm definitely.
How much extra money do you think you would make in the next 12 months if you had to put it compared to the last 12 months of not having that help and having those fears of stepping forward and delegating and things like that? How much extra money do you honestly think you'll make this next year?
Probably north of 450.
Yeah. I'm super excited for you because you're going to definitely elevate as you keep going and you hire more people. And even though it's just happening right now, that is worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars and potentially millions of dollars in your future just by being able to take that first step, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. I feel like if you're not investing in yourself, it's like you're the one thing that you live with every single day,
Yeah.
It's like you got to strive to be the best you can be.
Like, why would you not invest into yourself, right?
And we did 15,000 just today in sales and revenue. So
was that your biggest day ever?
It is, yeah.
What was your previous biggest day?
Our previous biggest day was like 9,000. So it's close to double.
Yeah. 50% increase. What is this, our third session?
Third session, yeah.
Third session. Boom. And when he stays on this track, that's $450,000 in 1 month. And it's just going to keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. It's that simple. 3 sessions. Here we go.
How's it going? My name's Tyler. I've been working with Dom roughly for about a month now. I've been doing the money magnetism program and the private hypnotherapy sessions with him, with one of his instructors as well. And in the few short weeks I've been working with him, my sales have gone from $8,000 a month, which means that's an $800 paycheck, to doing over $100,000 this commission check, which means that I'll be getting over $10,000. And that's just in 1 month of working with Dom. So if you have any questions or want to know if the money magnetism program or working with Dom actually works, I am here to tell you that it 110% does.
So if you're even thinking about doing it, I would highly recommend you do it.